As we have seen on literacy and numeracy, Australian children and Australian kids, students who are in different curriculums, the literacy and numeracy scores are going down in comparison to similar countries. And then that's probably reflective of how the education system is working broadly, and parenting at house in the families. So it's a function of many things. But what's your views on that? That why are the literacy and numeracy scores as a country for all our children that are going down?
Well, I can just go back to my practical experience where, for instance, I had an open door policy and things like that. Within it, there was part of the program would be to have the guidelines that I was talking about. So there was structure, but it had to be balanced with that freedom to work out what you would like. So I encourage the children to, because I ask the questions, what is, and something would happen down at the cattle yards, for instance, and big time. It would certainly be, I'm talking about being on the edge of the sandy desert, for instance. Or I was a School of the Air teacher as well. And because of my background and being in the industry, for the agricultural industry and the farming and pastoral industry for so long, it was easy for me to converse with those kids too. So I had a bit of an advantage there. But, having been asked to go to talk to a lot of new teachers there in Broome once, and I took that many, pile like that of my programs because there was not one the same. Why? Because the information came from the kids, and it happened just because it happened. Things like spaying down at the yards, and then from there you get your knowledge, your language, the language that I have to tell you. I ask the parents first, what do you want me to be, and how do you want your children to expand? And they did want them to have jobs, and they did want them to be able to write and read and do numeracy, and that's what they wanted. So it was easy then to just go down to the yards, and all the trucks are all loading hundreds of cattle, and yes, but how many trailers were there, and how many, what went through for the day, and let's go and ask so-and-so, and how many, and the next thing we've got charts on the wall, and it's problem solving, and they're excited, and I mean, I've got stories like that, so many of them, they're lovely, that you just get the information from where they're at, and the next thing you go down to the school very early in the morning, and you open the doors and the kids are just racing in. And
I think it marries to what you said earlier. Teaching is to create an environment so that people can prosper, and the kids get the intention to learn more. So creating that environment around them so that they can learn better.
But not everybody, there will be home situations that change things, and there'll be lots of influences in everybody's life. Everybody's just a little individual, and we just try to do our best.